In God we trust. It's on dollar bills, in schools, and deeply embedded in American politics.
God bless you.
And may God bless America.
With over 200 million Christians, the United States is the largest Christian country in the world. Even non-Christian politicians find ways to be accessible and relatable to Christian voters.
In our faith tradition, Jesus Christ is a Son of God.
But how did a country founded on religious freedom become so intertwined with Protestant Christianity? Hello, my friends. To understand this unique influence, we need to explore its roots, how it took hold in the New World, and how it continues to shape America's political landscape today. To begin our journey, we must jump back 500 years to the Middle Ages in Europe. At this time, the Catholic Church wasn't just a spiritual authority. It was a political powerhouse, often deciding who held power and influence. Salvation in many ways became a transaction. Those who paid more in indulgences were believed to secure a quicker path to heaven. This practice became one of the central grievances that sparked the Protestant Reformation. Enter Martin Luther, a German monk who in 1517 boldly challenged these practices by nailing his 95 Theses to a church door. Luther argued that salvation comes through faith alone and insisted that the Bible should be the sole authority for Christians, not the Pope or the church hierarchy. His ideas quickly spread across Europe, igniting a wave of religious reform that would forever alter the Christian landscape. Protestants fleeing religious persecution in Europe viewed the New World as a land where they could freely practice their beliefs without interference from a state-sponsored church. So then how did Protestantism thrive in the US? From the very beginning, many early settlers in America were Protestants seeking freedom to practice their faith away from religious conflicts and state churches of Europe. Groups such as the Puritans, Pilgrims, Quakers, and Anglicans established communities reflecting their unique religious beliefs. In 1620, the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock, setting a precedent for religious refugees and emphasizing religious freedom as a foundational American principle. John Withrop's 1630 City Upon a Hill sermon laid the groundwork for American exceptionalism, envisioning the Massachusetts Bay Colony as a model Christian society that would set an example for the world. This notion that America had a special role in God's plan continues to influence American political culture. The Salem witch trials of 1692, which led to the execution of 20 people, underscores the potential for persecution in a society driven by extreme religious zeal. Meanwhile, the Quakers in Pennsylvania promoted equality, tolerance, and pacifism, fostering a more open and diverse society. Today, Pennsylvania's role as a key swing state in US elections reflects the lasting impact of Quaker values on debates over religious freedom, social justice, and civil rights. By the 1730s and 1740s, the First Great Awakening swept through America, encouraging a personal, emotional connection to God. Some preachers challenged formal religious practices, leading to the rise of new denominations like the Baptists and the Methodists. This movement set a tone of religious enthusiasm and diversity that shaped American religious life for years to come. The early 1800s saw the Second Great Awakening, a powerful revival across the Western frontier, emphasizing action as well as faith. The movement inspired social reforms like abolitionism, temperance, and women's rights, and was influenced by the American Revolution's ideals of individual liberty and self-governance, which were rooted in Protestant beliefs. This revival helped shape the US Constitution and tied Protestantism closely to American identity. By the 19th century, Protestant values such as hard work, education, and community service were deeply embedded in American culture. Protestant churches served as centers for worship, education, social gatherings, and political activism. Though their role has evolved, many Protestant churches continue to serve as community centers today. Protestantism has continued to shape American values and politics, influencing movements like Prohibition and later evangelicalism with Billy Graham's Crusades.
With God, I can face an army.
Graham's legacy persists in American politics and worship. while the election of John F. Kennedy, the first Catholic president, revealed the deep-rooted influence of Protestant identity.
I am not the Catholic candidate for president. I am the Democratic Party's candidate for president, who happens also to be a Catholic.
So how does this influence continue to play a key role in shaping political platforms, voting behaviors, and public debates today? Protestantism has been a driving force in American politics for decades, especially through groups like the religious right. Jerry Falwell, a major figure, founded the Moral Majority in 1979, aiming to bring evangelical values into the political sphere.
We certainly put millions of people at the polls because of the president's commitment to a pro-life agenda, to strong national defense.
This group significantly shifted the Republican Party's platform, playing a key role in getting Ronald Reagan elected in 1980. Today, Protestantism continues to shape voting patterns. Evangelical Protestants, known for their conservative views, are a reliable base for Republicans, especially in the South. Meanwhile, mainline Protestants, who often hold more moderate or liberal views, are more likely to vote for the Democrats. Protestant beliefs also influence debates about separation of church and state in the US. The government is expected to be neutral regarding religion, yet religious expression in public life is allowed, sparking ongoing debates over religious freedom with avoiding government overreach. Looking ahead to the 2024 election, Christianity, particularly evangelical Protestantism, will play a pivotal role. Donald Trump remains popular among many evangelicals for his stance on religious freedom, his conservative judicial appointments, and his role in overturning Roe v. Wade.
They are coming after me because I am fighting for you.
On the Democratic side, Kamala Harris may face challenges appealing to religious voters due to her pro-choice position.
Do you not trust women to know what is in their own best interest?
Democrats are trying to connect with faith communities by emphasizing social justice, immigration reform, and economic equality. As both parties vie for faith-based voters, these religious groups could prove decisive in shaping the 2024 election's outcome. With changing demographics and evolving views on faith, the ongoing relationship between religion and politics could once again define America's future direction. Thank you for watching, my friends. If you'd like to watch more videos on religion and history, make sure to subscribe.